For the McRitter manuscript, we have come across a bunch of sources such as primary texts. These texts range from pamphlets, brochures, and magazines about a program that started out as the Near East Foundation because of the man Cleveland Dodge. Cleveland Dodge was able to create a program funded by anyone in some form or another, which was designed to help those who were in some form of trouble during or after World War I. This program was able to be funded by millions of dollars, which is very surprising since the value of the dollar was worth a lot more during that period. The program eventually developed into the Golden Rule Fellowship, which still did the same thing but on a more national level, including all countries trying to help those in need that were hurt in some way from World War II. These sources help us understand humanitarianism as not only a single country thing, but something to be thought of for all people from all nations. The kinds of challenges we anticipate are not being able to get other primary sources. We can overcome these challenges by finding secondary sources that have found other primary sources who have posted about their findings in some sort of text or on the internet of some sort.
In order to fully understand the Golden Fellowship and Near East Relief Foundation, there are a few things to know in order to fully use this source. Our team needs to find out why the Golden Fellowship started originally, the significant impacts it has done globally, and what the Golden Fellowship is about today. Our team will go about finding these questions by doing thorough research through the use of online sources and looking at the actual Golden Fellowship we examined here at the Lilly Library at Indiana University. The Near East Relief Program started originally in 1915 in response of the governmental crimes the Ottoman Armenians were committing. Originally focusing its efforts in the Middle East and Africa, has now evolved to making an impact globally. The foundation wanted to supply immediate relief for tragedies happening in the world. Since then, the Near East Relief Program has partnered with about 40 countries and has been active in cases around the world. You can see from our timeline how active the foundation has been in improving life quality globally. Currently, NER is paired with Syracuse University and is focusing its efforts on helping with climate change.
Here is how our team will proceed with researching and building towards our final presentation, which is due April 24th. Our team will continue to research more about humanitarianism during World War II, not only in war-torn countries, but worldwide. We will also research more about the Golden Rule Fellowship and where it is today, as well as look at its timeline and see how it has changed over nearly 70 years. Our team will also look for more humanitarianism or charity pamphlets and magazines online to compare them to the McWhirter papers we looked at in the Lilly Library. Finally, we will discover and research as much about Cleveland Dodge, founder of the Golden Rule Fellowship, and how his actions can help us answer our research question, how has the evolution of the Golden Rule Fellowship impacted humanitarianism? Anna will look into researching humanitarianism worldwide during the World War II era, while Joey will research more about Cleveland Dodge. Ryan will try and find some more pamphlets and magazines about humanitarianism and charity and look to compare them to the McWhirter papers we looked at. And finally, me, Steve, will look at how the Near East Relief Golden Rule Fellowship has changed and evolved in the past 70 years. We hope to finish up our research by April 10th, so we may have 2 weeks to finish up and prepare for our final presentation the week of April 24th.
After visiting the Lilly Library and analyzing the McWhirter manuscripts, our team developed further inquiries. We wondered how the Chinese war orphans turned out in the future. How did the Near East Relief grow into the Golden Rule? Did the Golden Rule play into the outcome of World War II? And also, is the Golden Rule still around today? With these questions in mind, we contemplated possible ways to answer them such as researching war orphans' names and reading outside sources about the Golden Rule during World War II. With so many important questions over a wide array of things, we group them all into one question. How has the evolution of the Golden Rule Fellowship impacted humanitarianism? And that is the question we would like to explore and proceed with our final presentation. Over such critical time periods on the planet, like World War II, the fact that organization came into being over 100 years ago when times were so different, and whether or not the efforts in humanitarianism significantly were of help, for example, the Chinese war orphans, in order to truly understand the effects and changes in the Near East relief which grew into the Golden Rule Fellowship, it is necessary to look at it from beginning to end.